Hi guys, Brittney LhuillierBrittney here, and I want to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart, and that is being happy, healthy, and young at heart.
Let's do.
Now, I'm not a doctor, but what I'm going to do today is answer a few questions and tell you what works for me, and hopefully you'll be inspired to become a better you.
Because, I get plenty of dates.
What inspired me? I've not always been happy and healthy. A few years ago, I lost someone really dear to me due to cancer, and leading up to his diagnosis, he was very unhealthy. That's kind of what inspired me to not only want to survive, but to thrive. What do I do to stay healthy on a daily basis? First of all, I get plenty of sleep. I will wake up at the latest 9 a.m. The first thing I do is brush my teeth and drink plenty of water.
Water's good for you.
What water will do first thing in the morning is get your metabolism going. You'll feel refreshed, it'll wake you up. I also eat healthily throughout the day. That means lots of snacking. I mean healthy snacks like fruits and fresh cut vegetables. And I partake in activities that keep me busy. What kinds of food do I eat? I eat a plant-based diet, which means anything that can be grown from seeds, in the ground, off trees, anything that comes out of the ground. What kind of foods do I avoid?
No.
For me, personally, I avoid meat, I avoid dairy, I avoid cheese and eggs. That's what works for me, that's what works for my body, and that's what's most important about this, is that you have to find what works for you, because your happiness and health are unique to you. How do I stay motivated? Sounds kind of strange, but when I see others acting lethargic or being unhealthy around me, that's kind of what keeps me wanting to focus on this lifestyle. What makes me happy? Being surrounded by positive, supportive people. Video editing makes me happy. Hanging out with people that I care about. Exercising makes me happy. Reading, studying, stimulating my brain.
Where's my water cup?
How often do I exercise? I try to exercise every single day for at least 10 minutes. Now, not a lot of people can, have that motivation to exercise every day. So I would recommend personally to at least exercise 3 times a week. What activities do I partake in my downtime? I like to study world cultures and languages and plan on traveling the world someday when I can. Have I ever fallen off the wagon? And yes, I have. In the beginning, when I was trying to eat a strict vegan diet, it was something that was really hard to commit to because everything has hidden traces of milk and dairy and cheeses, so it would be by accident, but yes, I have, accidentally fallen off the wagon. What are the benefits of my lifestyle? I'm happier, I'm healthier, and I feel good, I feel energized, and that's just, personal. Other people notice it too, so that's another benefit of eating healthy and staying happy and pursuing happiness. What advice or recommendations do I have for you, the viewer? My advice is to not keep putting it off. A lot of people say, well, I'll start tomorrow, or I'll do better things for myself. Like, that's the New Year's resolution thing, but why put it off? You can start today and feel better about it. That's my recommendation. What kind of exercises do I practice? I have cerebral palsy. I have a few physical limitations, so I like to focus on strengthening my legs in kind of a low impact routine. I focus on my abs, my thighs, and arms, so general push-ups and planking and leg lifts.
Here, you should try burpee because those things are insane.
What kind of things keep me young at heart? I collect a lot of Japanese knickknacks and toys and figurines. I like Pixar, which is kind of a childish thing, but you know, I don't necessarily feel like there should be an age limit to those particular things. Like if you want to collect action figures and toys, more power to you, and that's one of those things that keeps me young at heart. They're more like water. How important is it? And I can't stress this enough. It is so important to stay hydrated. Prior to this, I did not drink enough water, and I was getting sick all the time because I didn't stay hydrated. If you stay hydrated, you're less likely to be sick. What water does for you is it cleans out your liver, your kidneys, it keeps everything functioning and clean. So drinking water is very important, and 8 glasses a day, that's the minimum requirement for how much water you should drink a day. How long did it take me to adapt to this lifestyle? They say that it takes 21 days for you to make or break a habit, and that's pretty much how long it took me. It took me a little under a month to get used to this. What does happiness mean to me? Being content and looking forward to the future, especially striving towards your goals, is something that keeps me happy. It means in a tough situation that you always see a positive outcome and knowing that you're going to get through this and be okay. And it's also about finding your flow, finding your zen. Am I ever tempted to eat unhealthily? And yes, like I said before about falling off the wagon, I am tempted because, you know, some of my favorite foods aren't necessarily good for me. No, you're a bad bag of Doritos. No, no, no. For example, steak. Before, when I would eat meat, I would feel very lethargic and, you know, run down. I wouldn't feel good and I would have trouble digesting it. Now, that's me personally. So sometimes I do kind of want to eat meat, but I remember how sick it made me feel and how much it doesn't work for me. So that's what kind of steers me away from it. What are my personal favorite healthy foods? I love smoothies. I drink a green smoothie every day, or maybe twice a day, but they are my favorite. I just add a bunch of spinach and pineapple and mango, and I mix it up and I drink it, and it makes me feel full and energized. What are my least favorite healthy foods? There are things that are good for you that you necessarily don't want to eat. I would have to say that something I practice every day is drinking a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Now, it's not easy to stomach, so it's kind of one of those things where I have to bite the bullet and do it, but the benefits outweigh the fact that I don't like it. Where do I get my protein? And this is a question that I'm asked a lot because people worry that when you eat a plant-based diet that you aren't getting the proper proteins that you need. Protein right here. There is actually more protein in a smaller amount of broccoli than there is in a much bigger amount of beef. I can take it from leafy greens like kale or spinach, beans, nuts, seeds, grains, especially quinoa. Quinoa is really high in protein. Protein in everything. So whatever you take from this experience, just, you know, run with it and remember to be the best person you can be. This all begins with you. Bye. That's not normal. I don't know how to word that. Hold on. There's a bee. Bees are good. Wasps are the jerks. What makes me happy? I'm having a brain fart. There's a puppy.